All right, today is day number 6. This is a walking one. So first thing I did was, not first thing, but just walking. So I got the old beat up tarp that was covering this red mulch out of here. That was just disgustingly torn up and everything like that. So that's in the garbage. And then let's see here, what else do we got? I still need to cut all this stuff down right here. Oh, there's a piece of that tarp. Yep, I'll go in my pocket until I can get it in the garbage. So there was a whole stack of broken limbs, whole dead limbs over here. Got that today. And then let's see here. We'll go up to the area where we normally do the video from. I'm not going to go all the way up the stairs though. But you can see, it doesn't look like anything's changed, but Blair and Trinity got more rocks and got more clearing out of all this. And so all that's been taken care of. The whole thing's ready to be planted. So that'll be tomorrow. They're going to start planting the corn. And we'll lay down the felt as well. Then, let's see here. Today, if we walk down here, today was a burning day. I burned up the 2 huge piles that were over here. Actually, there was 3. There was one over here. There were 2 back to back over here. Got those taken care of. Got all the trash out of here. There was a TV that somebody used for target practice. There was a whole broken garbage can. A bunch of just junk. And so got all that out of here. Everything else that's down here we're going to reuse. But here's the corner of that lot that I kept on pointing to over and over and over. And you can see the stumps still left behind from all these trees that were left behind. But that pole, the darker one, that's the corner of the lot. So that will traverse all the way up. Now the other fence was right here. Here's the pole. And it went that way. Like I said, it just did nothing. Now you can see the distance from where this pole is and the ground all the way there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 good paces. That's about 10, 11, maybe even 12 feet from there. And it actually got wider up there. You can see there's that one tree right there. Let's see, am I pointing at the right one? No. The 2 kind of combined together. So that tree right there. That's there to over here. That's where the fenced in area is. That I still need to clean out over there, that area over there. But this is pretty hilly. Can't really do anything with it. But it was nice to clean it up. I still need to get rid of, as I call them, the Jesus bushes. And I'll tell you why. And that's one of them. Let me see if I can get there you go. Get it to focus in. Those things are hideously sharp. And these things are stout, really stout. They're not like blackberry bushes. It's really weird. They're very, very stout, and they wrap around things, and they'll tangle, and they'll attack you. Straight up, they'll attack you. Here's a group of them down here. And they mix in with the ivy too, so you really can't see which one's which. But anyways, I got this all cleared out. And then you can see there's the house with its wonky deck. One of these days I'll fix that as well. But yeah, it's all coming around. It's all really like pulling together. I'm going to talk to Blair about this. I'm going to see what we're going to do with this little thing right here. I don't even remember what was on it. But there was some sort of vines that they had. I don't think it was muscadine. It was something else, but I tore it out. I didn't care. I still have to remove these 2 fence posts. There's one right here and then one right here. You need to pull those out. That one's really loose. This one's still solid in the ground over here. So I'll do that. And then all this excess fencing material, I'm getting caught up in one of those damn bushes or vines. Anyways, I got a bunch of these. You can't really see them. They're buried in the ground. See the old school fence posts and such. in the ground. I'm gonna probably just pull those out and eventually burn those, because I'm sure that they're infested. But I want to keep the termites down to a minimum. The previous owner was a roofer, so there's a lot of metal roof material around. I got a whole bunch of it passed out, backed up to the side of the house as well. That's what I was able to make the chicken coop out of. But anyways, I have a lot of this fencing material right here, and a big strand of it, you can see, sort of. The camera really doesn't pick it up very well, but a big strand of it goes all the way over to there, and then doubles over itself, so there's more than what it looks like. But I'm thinking about taking this and trying to salvage it and probably put it in. There's already a piece of fencing over there, but on the property line, I'm thinking about doing a fencing over there, and Blair wants to plant some indeterminates like peas and cucumbers on there. So that way we'll pull it, not from having to plant it in the garden itself. So that'll take up less space, and so she'll have more room for the tomatoes, the peppers, and the corn. That's her main 3 crops that she's going for this year. And then, see, here's some more of that metal roofing material. And these wonderful flipping, like, they're almost like tomato hoops. They are all over this property. We've got, I'd say, probably about 15 to 20 of them. I don't even know. I gotta consolidate them and try to square them away and see which ones are good and which ones are just junk. Squish the ones down to their junk and throw them away. But there's our one surviving fruit tree. We purchased 3, and with this little piece of fence, you can see the rake right there, little pole right there, and a little pole right there, and there's a little fence piece right there. That's where that, like I said, they had some kind of a vine there. We did 45 degrees off of that to this tree. We did 45 degrees off of that corner over to there, where there's another tree, and then dead center and 45 degrees from those to this. Right here, there's another one. And out of all those trees, only one of them survived. So we're batting 33%. And the same thing kind of with our blueberries. We've purchased 4 blueberries, and we're doing better with those. I think we have 3 of the 4 that we've purchased are still alive. And then 2 of them, there were 2 bushes already existing when we moved in. So we have currently 5 alive blueberry bushes. I do believe only 4 of them are going to produce. The 2 existing ones and then 2 new ones we have will produce blueberries. But they make a lot of blueberries, so we're cool with that. And eventually Blair wants to, on this back line, I think with this piece right here, and I think she wants to expand it out to even more. That's where she wants to do the kiwi. So we'll see where she's going to try growing that again. But we'll see where we are. Anyways, that wraps up today, day number 6. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this wood on the fire and burn all that up. This is my last time burning over here. Blair won't let me burn over here anymore, so I got to find another place to burn. It'll probably be up on the corner of the house over there somewhere. But anyways, that's it for day number 6. I'll see you next time. Bye.